Hello everybody and welcome back to Karen's Stamp Pad. My name is Karen Scott and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Edmonton, Alberta. So welcome. I would like to take some time to show you a fun Z-fold card, and I am using the Hues of Happiness Suite that is going to be coming up for sale on May 4th in our new catalog. So I'm just going to give you a sneak peek today. So this is the stamp set. Okay, there it comes with some dies, and it also has some beautiful designer series paper, very colorful, and on one of those a couple of sheets of paper, they have different roses, different colored roses that you can use the dies to cut out. So I've gone ahead and I've pre-cut those out, as well as some greenery that we're going to use to decorate it. But I am going to show you how to cut and score the cardstock that you need. So this is what the card looks like. You could put something in here if you wanted, but this is sort of the card. I just wanted to cover this up and make it look a little fuller, I guess. So it says happy birthday, and so I used the stamps from this stamp set. Happy birthday, and you are wonderful in every way. So I think this would make a good Mother's Day card if you have a Mother's Day stamp. You know, you could still put you are wonderful in every way and happy birthday. So, all right, let's get started. I'll just put that off to the side. Let me pull in my paper trimmer because we're going to need this. And you are going to need some cardstock, 12 by 12, and 12 by 12 designer series paper. So you could use the back side of these beautiful roses. It has sort of a paintbrushed look on the canvas that you do painting. And you can, it's cute. I'll show you a piece. So that you can see the underneath. It just looks like there's canvas underneath that. So anyway, pretty paper. But I'm going to use some white. I had some white at 12 by 12. You can buy 12 by 12 in the colored cardstock and in all of our in colors and all of the colors actually. And I believe it's $17.25, and you get 20 sheets. Usually two of, if you're buying the brights, or you know, it comes in a package of all of the brights and 2 sheets of the 10 colors. And if you're getting the in colors, then you are getting 4 sheets of the 5 colors, the 5 in colors. So, and for $17.25. So anyway, enough about that. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you how to cut this. So now, first of all, we need, so, you know, I've already used some. We are going to first cut our cardstock down to 5 inches by 12 inches. All right. And then I'm going to pull in my designer series paper that I'm going to use. And this, I like the black and white. The flowers really pop on it. So, and this is going to be 4 3/4, so 1/4 of an inch smaller, by 12. All right, set these aside, and I'm going to pull it back in my piece of white, and I want to get a pencil, and I'm going to line it up at 2.5. And I want to put a little pencil mark there. So now what I want to do is turn this. Now I'm not going to be able to fit this all in my screen or my camera view. So I'm going to line the top where we marked it, and let's see, push this up, and the corner in the track, and we're going to cut, make a diagonal cut. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with this piece of paper, our designer series paper, but before we do, let's score this. So I want my flat edge up here, and I am going to score at 4 inches by 8 inches. And you know what I did? I just cut it. So let me grab another piece and we'll start that one over again. As I'm thinking, pull the trimmer out of the way. The cutting part. Okay, so let's start this again. So we've got 5 by 12. Put that aside. We're going to mark it 2.5 and try this again. Okay. Hi, Margaret Ann. How are you? No, I was coming on today, and there was just so much going on that I just shut it down and thought I'd come back later. All right. So we're going to, now that I've done that, we're going to cut. Remember, line up the little tick mark down to the edge. Now we're going to leave our trimmer part down there, and we are going to score at 4 and at 8. Okay. Good. Now, the trick with this is that we're going to fold it. You can do 2 ways. Okay. So once you can open it like this, or you can open it like that. Now, if you have, you need to decide which way you're going to do that, because your designer series paper wouldn't match if we cut it in the opposite direction. So I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to flip this piece over, and I'm going to mark it at 2 1/4. So the cardstock was 2.5. This is 2 1/4. Let's mark that. And then I'm going to cut down to this, the same corner. And it doesn't really matter. If my card was going the other way, I'd be cutting it on this side. But all right, all lined up. And this time we can use the blade. All right. Now I'm going to cut my pieces. So I'm going to start, and I am going to cut at 3 3/4. Three and 3/4, and 3 3/4. And we're going to take away that piece. All right. Now what I've done is, let's see if I cut it right. I did. Okay. And we are going to open it up, and we are going to, which way does that go? Adhere that here. But I want to cut a piece for this side because it's just going to look really bare. I'm going to do it in basic white as well. But what I want to do is take that center piece, and I am going to, it will be 3 3/4. And then all I've done is line it up. What did I do? So I didn't do 3 3/4. Let's do 3 3/4. And then I lined that up, and I just used this as a guide because I want the same size. There we go. And I'm going to emboss it. Just for some texture. Okay. Now, I believe that's all we need this for at the moment. Now let's start to put our card together. Oh, I could have used that piece. Okay. All right, bring in my Stampin' Seal. Line everything up. Okay. All right. So we have that. I love this black and white polka dot paper. And then I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to put this on here. So that when I close the card, I can see the texture. All right. So there we have it. Now, choices. There are quite a few different colors in these roses. So Flirty Flamingo, there is Melon Mambo, Gorgeous Grape, pool party. And I think I'm going to, just because I have brought out purple ribbon, I'm going to use the purple ones, or the fresh freesia, sorry. So now you just figure out how you want to decorate it. And so let me bring this one back in. Okay. Now, that's going to be on the outside. So do I want it up, down? There. And I'm going to bring in my piece of scrap. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my sentiment first, because then I can attach it. And I am using a Happy Mother's Day for this one. And there we go. And I have another piece of cardstock. I'm going to bring in my other stamp. You are wonderful in every way. Let's ink that one up. Hopefully. And what I'm going to do is bring in adhesive on there. Now I'm getting ink on. Let's try that one more time. What stamp set? It is the Happiness Abounds. Happiness Abounds. It's that Hues of Happiness Suite. Comes with all this beautiful designer series paper and the die cuts to cut out these roses. And okay, there. And I have a punch that I want to use somewhere. Now let's see. There we go. So I'm going to do it a little differently this one. Here we go. And elegantly said, this punch is from the last catalog, Elegantly Said, and I think it's on, I don't think it's, no, I think it is retiring, but don't quote me on it. Okay. So now I'm going to start adhering these. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So you could, if you wanted to use the stamp set and stamp the images and color them in with your Stampin' Write markers or your Stampin' Blends, you could do that, or watercolor pencils, however you want. And of course the dies will cut that out as well, but I'm just going ahead and using using the pretty flowers off the designer series paper. And I can adhere that somewhere. Okay. Bring in my Stampin' Dimensionals. Why color if you don't have to, right? You might want to do that when you run out of, if you want to use the back side, the pretty colors on the back side of the roses. All right, let's open it up and get a few more. You can tell this one went the opposite way. There we go. And not to forget our greenery. Oh yeah, that kind of finishes it off. All right. Play around with it, decorate it until you're happy with it. Yeah, I'm gonna put that there. Bring in some ribbon. A little long. Hold it down with my tear and tape, and then put my other greeting, other sentiment on. All right. Now actually, I'm not going to use the black because I have black in the back. Oh. No, I'll just use the white. I'm gonna put my liquid adhesive on here. All right. Now, there you have it. A Mother's Day card. Now, I could get a couple more of these roses and put them on here. Oops. Let's see what it looks like. Which one I actually don't mind that at all. I kind of like it. So I think I'll add these two. All right. Or maybe just that. That might be too much. Yeah, there we go. So here's your Z-fold card, or Z-fold, depending if you're Canadian or American, and one that goes the opposite way. So anyway, it's not as hard as they look. So I hope you get some time to play around with some new stamp sets. And like I said, the new catalog is coming out on May 4th for everybody. Demonstrators can pre-order. If you have a demonstrator number, you can get your hands on this before then. So, and today, if you do have a demonstrator number and you want to place an order, if you place an order over $100 here in Canada, then you get free shipping. So it's a really good deal. So I stocked up on some supplies. And you, I guess, have a great night. I'm going to go upstairs now and make some dinner for my family. So thanks for joining me, Margaret Ann. It's always a pleasure. Have a great night. Bye for now, everybody.